Let's get a look at exactly what we're talking about here, because you can see it on the big screen. You see where the damage is right there. That's the back or the stern of the ship on the left-hand side, jutting out from the hull right there. So the Ruby Princess hit the dock just after 6 this morning as it was coming into port. Princess Cruise Lines is calling this obviously an unexpected contact. A close-up look now of the view here. This is pretty sizable. An actual hole in the hull of the ship. ABC 7 News reporter Suzanne Phan has been following this story, joining us live now from the Embarcadero. Suzanne?
So the passengers tell me this is pretty wild. Let's give you a closer look. The damage done, one man estimates, is about 5 by 5 feet, maybe the size of a pallet stacked full of supplies there. In the meantime, this is the same cruise ship, and it's set to take off any minute now for a 4 p.m. sailing to Alaska. Now, all day we've been asking Princess Cruises for answers, and to this moment, they can't tell us whether or not repairs have been made, if repairs are going to be made, or if they're going to stop somewhere to make repairs to the ship. Take a look at the damage done to the Ruby Princess cruise ship. What do you think?
Concerning.
What do you think?
It looks pretty ugly. That's a pretty big gash.
Despite that visible damage done to the Ruby Princess early this morning, there were long lines this afternoon for travelers to get back on the same ship bound for Alaska. Around 6 this morning, passengers say the ship had a hard landing at Pier 27 in San Francisco.
You could just feel that, your room was moving to the left and to the right.
It was a rough landing.
Paul Zasso was also on that cruise ship.
I noticed we were spinning pretty quick to be that close to the dock, and I was midship, port side, looked out the window, and we smacked into the dock.
The ship's operator, Princess Cruises, told us the ship made unexpected contact with the dock, claiming there were no injuries and no one was ever in any danger. The ship just wrapped up a 10-day cruise to Alaska with more than 3,300 guests and nearly 1,200 crew members. Despite the visible damage, passengers for the scheduled 4 p.m. departure for Alaska still boarded. Dave CONDIE says he has no qualms about getting on the Ruby Princess.
I have trust in the structural integrity and the ability of the inspectors to decide if it's appropriate or not.
I'm going. I'm still going. We've looked forward to this too long.
Oh, hey, they're the kids!
Jennifer Ding is headed to Alaska with 12 other family members to celebrate a number of big anniversaries. The San Francisco Police Department has looked into the matter. The Coast Guard is investigating. Ding says she's not worried about heading out on the same ship.
I think it's like a fender bender on a car, like when you just accidentally bump into something you shouldn't.
And earlier today, Princess Cruises sent out a statement saying that, quote, an assessment of the damage to the ship and pier is underway, and, quote, any delays or changes to the departure are still being determined. So as you can see, this ship is still sitting here, and we have no answers as to what time this ship is going to depart. Now, as for the pier and the dock, we reached out to the port of San Francisco asking them about that, and we haven't heard back. That's the latest live here at Pier 27. Suzanne Phan, ABC 7 News.